Hello everybody, welcome to a brand new campaign video Let's Play for Railroad Tycoon 3. This time it is Greenland. We're going to make Greenland green. So we're in the first of the futuristic scenarios, which take place all in the 21st century but in the future. Although it's currently 2024 and the earliest of these three scenarios actually takes place in 2025, so we're in the near future. This one takes place in 2050 anyway, and it's in Greenland. Essentially the idea is that these three scenarios take place in a sort of, you know, possible future, but highly unlikely, where, you know, the game makers in 2003, I think even they would agree that this future is a bit unrealistic. Global warming has basically made the world a completely different place to what we know it is today in 2024. In 2050, global warming has basically meant that a lot of sea ice has melted at the poles and water levels have risen and, I guess, dried out places that otherwise were just snow and ice. And new land has been discovered, and now for some reason Greenland is being settled, but it's still mostly rock and mud. However, Glide and Love Laboratories Limited has hired you to provide the scheduling know-how to get Greenland green. Glide and Love Laboratories Limited has invented a bioaccelerant. This accelerant, combined with seeds from plants that are tolerant to the new climate of Greenland, will germinate at a rapid pace. The rapid germination can cause damage to your locomotive. Each station extends the length of time that the gunk build-up can be prevented. Each station can only decontaminate your locomotive once, so choose wisely. You've been given enough labour and materials to place an additional 250 sections of track wherever you wish. Once that track is gone, there will be no additional track provided. Due to the chemical composition of the bioaccelerant, you only have 42 hours until midnight January 2nd to complete your goals. Yeah, so basically this is this isn't like a normal scenario, this is more like a puzzle, whereby you don't buy trains and you don't, you know, deliver cargo and have a profit. It's a bit like the war effort one in that time progresses slowly. Here we have 42 hours. Really that should be midnight January 3rd, because midnight is the start of the day, not the end of the day. And we're currently at January 1st, 2050, so at 6 AM. So there's 18 hours remaining of January 1st and all of January 2nd, so it should really be January 3rd midnight, not January 2nd midnight. But anyway, yeah, so we've got 42 hours. And the way that this works is we only have one train, but it's a very good train. It's the train that becomes available in 2015, and it's the last train to become available in the base game. It's a diesel with a top speed of 200 miles an hour. It's very good, and its reliability is like near perfect. And basically we just have a custom consist that only exists for the scenario and it can't be changed, of 8 loads of seed germination, growth, accelerant, whatever you want to call it, that makes plants grow and turns them up green. And we basically just have to cover as large an area as we can in 42 hours. So bronze is 10,000 square miles, silver 18, gold 23,000 square miles. And yeah, there are a lot of special conditions. Only one cargo type stays loaded, seed germinant. Can't be fired as chairman, there are no stocks, bonds nor dividends, you can't buy, retire or replace your locomotive. It's perfect just the way it is. You can only build up to 250 sections of track on top of what we already have, which is admittedly rather a lot, but we do need those 250 sections of track. Your locomotive will start to get all gunked up between visits to stations and lose some speed. However, that gunk will improve your hill climbing ability a small amount too. Nothing this green can be that bad. So, I must admit that it's been a long time since I played this scenario. I don't really understand how that works, or if indeed it's all that bad. I guess we want it to be gunked up when we're climbing hills and not gunked up when we're on flat land, but we can only visit each station once to fix the gunk. Yeah, so with the whole map open to us, you can see that there is no cargo, there's only passengers and mail, and even then there's 0 loads at all. So, you know, there's no industry, there's no houses, there's nothing. But we do have a lot of stations. Seems like we've got 15. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. We've got 15 stations that we can visit, but we can only visit each one once to fix our gunk. And we have 1 train, which has a route by default. Now, one thing you can do, which you don't normally do in a normal scenario, but will be useful for a scenario like this, you can actually send your trains to go to specific maintenance and service, which I have done before, and, you know, that's a perfectly normal thing to do. But what you can actually do is if you hold down control, you can actually set the train to go to a specific point on the map. Not a station, not a maintenance tower, not a service tower, not anything. Just a specific point on the map. And we can do that to basically cover as much area as physically possible. Because we can't build stations. We can't buy trains. We can't view the company. We can't view anything about the company. There's no stock. So a lot of these buttons don't do anything. The company itself is Greenland Growth Project. We have 161 million in cash, doesn't show, and 2,800 miles of track. And we are Jawaharlal Nehru, which is the first Prime Minister of India in 1947. That's irrelevant. So yeah, there's no stock market, there's no nothing. It's just a puzzle scenario. So, with the available track that we do have, seeing as our only goal is to basically just get 23,000 or more square miles by January 3rd, we may as well get going. So if we just keep going from a lot of these places I cannot pronounce at all, if indeed they're real places. Fiskeneset, we don't need to actually stop at any of these places, but we can send it all the way down this main line to Nuke, and then we may as well use Nuke to repair the train and degunkify it. It's probably not worth... I mean, I don't know how much, you know, area that will cover, but it's probably not worth building track at this point, because I don't know, like, how much area that's going to cover, and, yeah. Also, it looks like the station turns blue once we've visited it. Yeah, station's visited once, so basically, we can't use Fiskeneset, that's the only one that we have visited. It's saying can't reach next station, but we can send it over to Nuke. Notes that we don't actually need a complete route, we only actually need one station, and we also can't change the consist, it just doesn't let us. So you can see straight away that it's pouring out some kind of poison gas, or at least it looks like a poison gas. It's actually some kind of giant bioaccelerator car that spreads a special chemical concoction that promotes rapid growth of all life forms. I wish, in a way, that such a thing existed in real life, but it doesn't. At least, not at this moment. So you can see it creates all the trees. Now the train is able to go, you know, pretty quickly. We still have to stop for maintenance and service, but nothing I can really do about that. So the train itself actually has a top speed of 220 miles an hour, apparently. There must be a bonus where, you know, it's 10% faster in this scenario than it would be normally. Normally it would cost 1.2 million to buy, but only 5,000 to maintain, so it's extremely cheap to maintain. Looks good for passengers, so passengers will pay 110%. Honestly, I thought it would be more than that. It's a diesel, so it doesn't need electric track. Near perfect reliability, very fast acceleration, and very above average fuel economy. Normally, this is a very good train, and it is actually decent on hills. At least for this scenario, it might have been modified. But it is a very good train, it's just very expensive to buy. In some ways it's better than the 300 mile an hour electric train that becomes available in 2012, and in some other ways it isn't. We don't actually have to stop in Nuke, but I figure we may as well. So, yeah, so we have actually visited Nuke now, apparently. Once these trees grow, then the next logical destination will be... We don't want to backtrack too much. The next logical destination, and we do want stone bridges. Not that I imagine that we'll have to build a lot of bridges, but they're just faster, and we've got the money. We don't need double track, we don't need electric track. It would cost 7 million to upgrade to electric. We could do, but there's no point. Yeah, really, we kind of need to build from here up to Research Station Charlie, which is a bit of a slope, unfortunately. There's no real getting around that, unless I'm allowed to build a tunnel. Doesn't look like that's possible. So, either we have a terrible gradient, or we find some other way up there. And I can't build up there. Although, there was... So, normally I'd be bothered about, you know, money, but here we have essentially infinite cash. So money is really not a priority. That's a interesting tunnel. How does that look for gradient? I just hope that actually does germinate even in the tunnel. Realistically it shouldn't do, but... Because if you plant the germinant in a tunnel, it's just going to go in the tunnel, but... Yeah. Honestly, we only have 250 sections of track. So... it's a valuable commodity, we need to preserve it. We would be better off, you know, concentrating our efforts, closing up these gaps and loops and things like that. I suppose a bit of gradient here and there is not a problem because the train is actually very good on the slopes. We also want to maximise area as well, so doing something like that might actually maximise area rather than just building something simple like that. Now that that takes us to 230, that takes us to about 210. I think just do that, honestly, would be better. Because you don't have to get gold, you don't have to germinate every single physical square inch. 23,000 is a lot, I think, but I think if you're relatively smart about this, you can do pretty alright. That's actually undone that loop there, I just realised. And also, how much have we actually done thus far? We've done almost 3,500. So, we've still got a long ways to go, obviously, but we've only used, like, less than 3 hours. It's fine. We also don't really want to delete any track that currently exists. And it might actually be worthwhile connecting up these loops as well. Or maybe not, because we do actually want, ironically, we actually want to take the long way round to some of these stations. Yes, we can use the waypoints and go to specific maintenance and service. But I'm just seeing, have we got any other loops that are a bit closed up? I do want to really build up that way, but the gradient is going to be pretty nasty. Saying that, I might have actually found something just now. That started okay. I don't really want like a 10% gradient, that's the only problem. shame I can't just build a big tunnel up it, this way. I mean, I guess if it can handle the slope... I'm probably fussing over nothing, but... It's like a 10% gradient, but honestly I think that might actually be the best idea. So we'll send it over from Duke over towards Research Station Charlie. I just realised as well that there's not really a great deal of point going over to these places because we can't build stations. But we'll send it over towards Research Station Charlie without necessarily stopping in Research Station Charlie. So Research Station Charlie is this one. So we do have to backtrack, is unfortunate, but the other alternative is that we build track over to Nyack Observatory. But that doesn't seem like it's going to be terribly easy either. Must have built some kind of crazy suspension bridge. I mean, that literally goes to nowhere. But hey, we have infinite money, so it's not really a problem. The money has actually gone down a bit. I think we had 163 million to start with, but realistically we've got infinite money. Oh, that's actually used up. Yeah. So remember, we do have limited track. We've still got 146 loads of track. I thought it was more than that, but I must have used some track somewhere. Right, let's go to Research Station Charlie. And yeah, we do have to backtrack a bit, but no big deal. Yeah, just under 3,500 square miles. So it's more like a planning one, this, in that you do have to think about the route that you take and... Wait, why is that station gone blue? Saying station statistic 3, but we have only... We haven't actually been to 3 stations, we've only been to 2 by my count, so for some reason Research Station Charlie is showing up as counted, but I have no idea what that's about. This gunk mechanism is bizarre, to say the least. I don't fully understand it. Right, so it's now at Research Station Charlie, where it's apparently unloading, but it shouldn't really be unloading. Next destination, if we go this way, then we can actually tell the train to go north and then visit this service tower, which is this one. So Bravo Service Tower 3. It should just go, you know, straight north. Actually, we can delete track, so that trains have to take longer routes to get to certain stations. So from here now, the train can go to Glacier Station 1, and it'll go this way, and then from there, zoom out a bit, from Glacier Station 1 it can then go this way, round to Neria, Yeah. So we are doing a bit of backtracking, but I don't think it's too big of a concern. Get rid of Glacier Station 1 from the route. Oh wait, no, we actually did want to go to Glacier Station 1. I'm a bit of a fool. Alright, well we'll go to Neria. But yeah, we do want to go to Glacier Station 1 if we've got time. So now, from Neria, rather than backtrack, we can tell it to go to this maintenance and service station, and then it will go this way and if I just simply delete this tiny bit of track, it will have to go all the way this way to get to Research Station Bravo. Okay. I'm probably not doing this entirely brilliantly. I probably not could have done this better. Yeah, so we've currently got just over 8,000 miles of track. 8,000 square miles covered. So now it's going to Research Station Bravo. Okay. Then from here, we want it to go to Research Station Alpha. Now the simplest way to do that at the moment is probably to go... Actually, that's interesting. I don't actually know. How do you get to Research Station Alpha? The only way to get to Research Station Alpha is to get onto this track, which it can do by going this way. So if I delete a tiny bit of track here, now to get to Research Station Alpha, because before it could just go this way, and then it would have to still go around that way, but it would just end up there. So to now enter onto this bit of track, it's now got to go, I think, this way, over that suspension bridge, and then, I'm not entirely sure, but I guess we'll see. Let's just go to Research Station Alpha. I'm not sure which way this is going to go, so, you know, we'll see. But it should be a fairly long journey, which is good. And hopefully not too much backtracking either. Ah, no, that's not good. It's going along track it's already been down. So, if I delete this track now, then it will have to go a different way. Ah, so now it's impossible. Oh wait, no, it's not impossible. It's because I didn't tell it to go anywhere. So now it goes over... Wait, where's it gone? What? Oh, it might be because I deleted the track too late. Well, that's annoying. Tell you what. I'll tell it to go to Maintenance Facility 3. Wherever that is. Seriously, where is that? It was called... Glide and Love Labs, Maintenance Facility 3. Please go to there. Where is it? Oh, there it is. There we go. And then from here, yeah, we want it to go to Glide and Love Labs, which is only possible by going this way. So actually, yes. Okay, I'm going to have to use the waypoints. That's the only way this is going to work. I can't build any kind of... I can't build maintenance and service, so I'm just going to use waypoints. Which I probably should have done from the start. Please go. That's servicing, that's initial. Okay, so we've used 18 hours. We now have just under 24 hours left, although we are over halfway to gold. So whereas before it would just turn into Glide and Love Labs, now we've managed to make it go a long way round. And it covers all this destination. So delete that route. And now you can just go that way. But now to get to Glide and Love Labs, you can't go... Well, you can't actually get to Glide and Love Labs from where it is. Or can it? Can it go this way round? And reach Glide and Love Labs that way? No, but we can send it over to Nyack Observatory. And then from Nyack Observatory, if it goes this way, can it reach Glide and Love Labs that way? Yes. Okay, so send it over to Nyack Observatory, and then Glide and Love Labs, and it should cover most of this area. Without too much backtracking, hopefully. It's going to have to backtrack all the way along here, but we've run out of sand. That's not too big of a concern, I suppose. You can actually see the map being painted as we're going along. You know, it's becoming more green on this minimap. We have run out of sand, which is very annoying. There is maintenance and service right there, though, I suppose. And we will need it. Almost done 15,000. Silver is 18,000. I think we're fine for gold, it's just we've only got 18 hours left. So we do kind of need to get a move on, I suppose. Once we've got to Glide and Love Labs, then I suppose I can basically just send it down this waypoint here, and hopefully that'll be enough, but we'll see. Right, so if it's not enough, then I'll actually send it from Glide and Love Labs over towards that waypoint there. And yeah, really, that's just it, that you need to be using these waypoints. Right, we don't want to go back over to Nyack Observatory. We do, however, want to go to this waypoint. That's quite important I get this right. It's, I guess... I mean, it just looks like a completed layer of track there, but I guess if we just send it over here, it'll be fine. And this should go along track that we haven't already covered. Although I don't know exactly where it's going to go, because the track is really just like a big spaghetti. Ah, so now it is actually covering track we've already covered, but it should turn off over here. Yeah, it's servicing, that's fine. So is that stopped now? That seems to, yeah, it seems to have stopped. That's fine. So, if I now build that track back up, then we do kind of want to connect over to Glacier Station 1. We still need about another 3,500 square miles. But honestly, we can basically send a train to here with waypoints. So send it over here, and then from there, we send it over to about here. Yes, I'm just using waypoints now. There's no point really using stations. And then that covers all this area here. How's that? Yeah. Might still need a bit more. Ah, yeah. Okay, so it's now... Still need 2,000 square miles. Kind of running out of places to go. And I only have about another... well, 8.5 hours. And I don't want to be backtracking. Honestly surprised this isn't gold, but I suppose if I send it over to Glacier Station 1, that might just be enough. Quickest way to Glacier Station 1 is to just go past Research Station Bravo. We have already covered all that area. No, I think... send it to this waypoint. That will do. It's just, how long is that going to take? Because from then, the only other areas I could do would be like over here, which I think I will do. So send it over here, then see how that does. Oh, I really could have done without it going this big long way along the track we've already done. Please stop servicing. I only have 6 hours, come on, please, just frickin' go. I'm actually just going to send it down this waypoint. Right, I've got 6 hours, please just go. Go, go. Okay, new plan. Right, just build some... go there. And then go to this maintenance facility, which I think... oh wait, no, there's not a maintenance facility on that. Oh! I need... where is it? It's that service tower, which is this one here. Hurry up! Okay. Now, send it up towards here. Let me get exactly where I want it to go. Oh, hang on. Oh no, wait, no, there is track there. Because that's Glide and Love Labs. Oh, no, I got rid of that track. So I'll rebuild that. Send it over to there, and then unfortunately we're going to have to go back again to go south to here. Please stop servicing. I don't think this is going to be enough. No, it's not, is it? Well, shoot. We're going to have to send it towards this area, I suppose. Please stop servicing. We have 2 hours left. And I still need, you know, like 800 square miles. Oh, for God's sake, just go! Right. Okay, once it's made it to that waypoint, the only other waypoint I can really do is to just send it to, like, over here, and then over here, and then over here, and then over here. And just please go round like that, and cover up that as much track as you can go. And yeah, I only got the silver. So, that's not how you do it. That's not how you do it. Let's try that again. Deary me. Well, that's annoying.